What surprises everybody the most is just how unprepared the world is for the next global pandemic. It's not a question of if we encounter some virus or disease that's going to spread across the world and cause a lot of deaths. It's when. In the future, the next thing, the next virus, whatever it is, could come from a place like the center of Africa. It could come from a bird market in China. That's what a lot of international health experts are worried about, the next big thing being an influenza. And there's no real global body that's responsible for doing this.
How many resources do we devote to protecting Americans? The CDC protects Americans. It works 24/7 to do that, and it can only do that if it gets the resources from Congress. If those programs are cut and made less effective, not only will it cost lives, it will cost us money.
I would like you to come back with a 5% cut. Get rid of the fat. Get rid of the waste.
Hundreds of millions of dollars are being funneled away from the Centers for Disease Control's Prevention and Public Health Fund.
So now what's happening with cutting that funding is that it's actually creating more of a risk in the future. If there's another outbreak, then we don't have that infrastructure to prevent the outbreak from spreading.
If you cut the funding for those people who are doing this work, it won't get done. Because what you find is that the people who would respond to Zika are the same people who would be called upon to respond to a foodborne disease.
The Obama administration made a decision on testing that turned out to be very detrimental to what we're doing.
I think importantly what Obama did leave Trump is a global health infrastructure that we had set up informed by the lessons of the Ebola outbreak. And what we did is set up in the White House and the National Security Council a directorate, an office that was responsible for managing pandemics, managing global health threats. That was shut down 2 years ago by President Trump.
You said that you don't take responsibility, but you did disband the White House Pandemic Office. So what responsibility do you take to that? And the officials that worked in that office said that the White House lost valuable time because that office wasn't disbanded. What do you make of that?
Well, I just think it's a nasty question. And when you say me, I didn't do it.
We face, at this moment, in terms of the pandemic, in terms of the economic meltdown, the most serious set of crises that have been faced in this country perhaps for 100 years. And our job right now is to think big, is to act in an unprecedented way, both in terms of healthcare and in terms of the economy. And it is going to cost a lot of money, but not spending that money now will make a bad situation even worse.